Namaste to all of you. Today we will be studying death and the art of dying according to our Bhagavad Gita. Death. Many people have this question what is exactly it is? What is death? According to our scriptures, holy scripture, death is the fall of the body. But the body is not all of you. In fact, the body is only the external crust of your personality. So, it is a very easy to understand death. If you consider the human personality paradigm given in the Panchakosha model, which means there are five sheets which the soul wears, which the Atmana wears that is aware, and most external crust or sheet is what is called the Annamaya Kosha, which is the body. Then subtler than that is the Pranamaya Kosha, the vital energy sheet. Then there is the mind, the Manomaya Kosha. Then there is the higher intellect, the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then there is the causal sheet, which is the Anandamaya Kosha. And beyond all of this is the Atman. This is the Panchakosha model. So actually, death means only the separation of the Annamaya Kosha from the rest of you. It happens by the snapping of the Pranamaya Kosha. Because the Pranamaya Kosha, the prana, the breath, the life force is a link between the body and the mind, the rest of you. So when this the that link is snapped, the Annamaya Kosha gets separated. So the body falls as it were, so but the rest of you continue. The mind with this bundle of sanskaras, the tendencies, with all its attitudes, it a bundle of a karma, all of this and you higher intelligence, of course the soul, all this is carried forward. So that is not the end of you. It is just the end of the body. That phase where you entered a particular body, it is the culmination of that phase. And since the rest of you continue, where do you continue? Tell me. According to our karma, according to our actions, and the sanskaras we have accumulated in past life over the lifetime, which are even start in our memory. According to that, we take up. You go into a different realms of existence, depending upon the kind of experience we require, and then we take up another body. So the most important things about life are more important than your bank account. It's actually the karmic account, prarabdha bank. What exactly other kinds of works we have done through body and mind, and very important the sanskaras you have created as a result of your karma. Because a karma, the internal effect of a karma is the creation of a deep impression in your own mind, which is called the sanskaras. So you carry in the sanskaras and the karma phala, the effect of your entire karma along with you when the body falls. So once we understand the process of a death, we will become very careful about these two factors, isn't it? About your everyday actions, our thoughts, our impressions we have created within ourselves, because that is going to stay with you, along with you, we will go with you. Everything else we have to leave behind the body. Everything is associated with the body, the houses we build, the cars we possess, the jewelry we possess, the relationship we make, all of this will be left behind. Everything connected to the body, but the impressions in your mind has created the karma which you are in your mind and a body created together. It's a effect, the karma phala. This goes along with you. So take care of these. This is what we should know about a human life. The most essential part of human life is to become a rich on this. So you have really positive karmic account so that you are sure your future is safe and secure. The Bhagavad Gita also gives us the art of dying. When is it that is a man assured about a glorious future? When is a man truly safe and secure? When at the point of a death, he is able to keep this mind on Lord's feet. See, this will not happen without a practice, obviously, isn't it? If the whole lifetime we have been thinking only of a material world and sunset pleasures, at the last moment also we will be thinking about the same thing, something connected with it. So what we have practiced our whole in our whole life, that will occur in the mind at the time of a death. You please remember at that point your will does not work. It is a your will does not work. It is been total of your sanskaras that are come into in effect, that are pop up in your mind. And even after the body falls and this sukshma sharira, the package of the mind and the soul, it absolutely leaves the body, then also your will does not function. It is your sanskaras, it is your karma, and that it generates a resonance, and what matches that resonance, the soul incarnates there. Okay, so it's a kind of a law of a resonance which works and not your willpower there. So understanding this, we should be careful about nothings we accumulate. What is it that gets started up in our memory? How pure is our life? How devoted to the higher purposes of our life? This will be the most essential thing. So the Bhagavad Gita tells us at the point of a death, what exactly happens in our mind decided to fate after death will decide your destiny, where exactly you will go. So the verses for the, I would like to quote to you from Bhagavad Gita. Antakale tumami vasmaranamatva kalevaram ये प्रयाति स वर्त भावयाति नास्ति अत्र संशयाः. Lord Krishna says, which means at the last moment, antakale, mameva smarana muktva, kalevaram, one who leaves his body thinking of me. Lord Krishna says, one who leaves his body thinking of me at the last moment. So yata prayati, one who goes like this, samatta bhavayati, he attains to me. Nasti yatra samshayaha, there should be no doubt about this. Because at the last moment one will think of a God, one will have a divine bhava, sadbhava, only if he is a lived divine life. One has lived a divine life, whatever the mechanics of its release, whether you say passing out through the Brahmarandra or passing out through of any other senses. So the essential part of this, where your mind dwells. So where did you commit your vital energies? What a kind of a life did you live? What was your inner bhava? This is what is going to ultimate matter. So then, if you are truly wise, if you invest in inner life right now, whatever position you have, whatever age you may be, you will invest in the inner life, because only this will carry with you, along with you. So whoever thinks about the Lord at the last moment of a death, he will undoubtedly have a divine destiny. He will attain the Lord. That is the meaning of these verses. You see, the next verse also says this: Yam yam yati smarana bhavam tejanti yante kelevaram tam tameva iti kaunteyaha sada tad bhava bhavitaha. What it mean? Whoever leaves his body thinking of a whatever thought, he attains to that which he has been thinking about. So, that is why dedicated yourself to the Lord. Dedicate yourself to achieving a real bhakti in this life, in achieving real knowledge in this life. Because that only go with you, along with you. You will attain to that bhava, sadbhava. So please remember, if you are not intelligent enough, we will not know where to invest our mind, vital energies. Ultimately, what is going to matter? This will not be clear to you unless you wake up. The Bhagavad Gita is a message to wake up and claim your divine destiny by living a life which is truly worth living. A life that is just respectable but dedicated to the highest values of a life. And don't waste your energies, your vitality in a silly small sunset things. Because whether you evolve or devolve, you depend on this. Think about it. It is a very essential thing. Okay. Then the final message which Krishna gives in this regard is Tasmata Sarveshu Kaleshu Mama Anusmara. To Arjuna, he says, Mama Anuswarayo Yuddhacha, Mama Anuswara Yuddhacha, Mai Arpita Manobuddhi, Mame Vaishasas Na Samshayaha. That is why, at all times, in all situations, think of only me. depend on me, surrender to me, samarpana, ma anusmara yuddhacha, remembering me, go ahead and fight. Fight the righteous battle, dharmik yuddha, which is your dharma, which is your duty, because you are a warrior, you are a yodha, you are identified with that particular role in this life. So it is your duty to fight the war. It is a righteous war, it is a dharma yuddha, and perform your duty, but thinking of me, with your mind resting in me. And a maya, that a maya rapita mano buddhi, that mind and a buddhi which is dedicated to me, lead you to me alone. No doubts about this. So you see what is a beautiful conclusion. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are thinking, whatever roles we have play in life, in our life, wherever you are placed, what is your situation, you always have inner freedom to think of a God. It is a inner freedom, and if you have not understood this properly, then of course your mind will be pushed or carried away from 100 external things, and its own conditioning, its own compulsive habits will drag the mind anywhere. So bring this into the hands first. Bring your mind in our hands first and dedicate it to at the feet of Allah, so that His remembrance, His thoughts comes to the mind at all times. When this is practiced, at the last moment also you will think only of a God, and a release of this kind of the lead you to the highest in a human life. A death like this will take you to higher realms of existence, and if you are born again, it will be a divine life. It will be born in over the surroundings, and you will be assured of a great future. And so you see, if you are truly intelligent, we will know what to build in this life. Let us remember, especially those who have awakened to the life of the inner spirit. You must remember your vital energy is to be invested in the higher values of a life. This is the most essential part of education at a training. If this is absence from our lives, you will invest only in your structure. You will invest in collapsing relationships. You will invest in a feeble emotions, and at the end, in the evening of your life, it will be one of a long drawn frustration leading to depression, anxiety. You will wonder what is in human life. So take charge, take care. Now, right from now, dedicate yourself to higher life. This is the message, so that at the end of your life, the thought of God alone dwells in your mind. What is a beautiful message from the Bhagavad Gita. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.